The Commonwealth of Australia was formed on the 1st of January in 1901, when 6 self-governing British colonies united to become a nation. The new rules for this new nation were presented in the Australian Constitution. The Australian Constitution defined how the Commonwealth Government was to operate and what issues it could pass laws on. The term federation is often used to describe the birth of our nation because the Constitution created a federal system of government. Under this federal system, powers are divided between a central government and individual states. In Australia, the power is divided between the Commonwealth federal government and the 6 state and territory governments, and within each state and territory there are local councils. The federal government, known as the Federal Parliament, is responsible for representing the people of Australia, making and proposing laws, observing the actions of the government, and it is the place where the government is formed. The money that we pay in tax becomes a part of what is called the federal budget, which prioritises the funds to different functions. The federal government financially handles security, defence, immigration and environmental matters, whereas the state and territory governments financially handle roads, prisons, housing, public transport and police and ambulance services. And finally, the local councils financially handle town planning, rubbish collection, water and sewage, dog registration and local roads. The Federal Parliament makes laws for Australia on matters such as trade and commerce, taxation, currency, immigration and marriage. The state and territory parliaments make laws for their state and territory on matters such as public transport, electricity, gas supply, housing and child welfare. The local councils make laws about local matters such as roads and footpaths, parking, parks and recreational areas, and both child and aged care.
Now, to further break this down, we will explore the people within these 3 levels of government. In relation to the federal government, the Australian Parliament consists of the Queen, who is represented by a Governor-General, and the Senate and the House of Representatives. There are 3 sections to this government, which are the legislature, the executive and the judiciary. In relation to the state government, they have their own constitutions, as well as a structure of legislature, executive and judiciary. The monarchy's powers over state matters are exercised by a governor in each state. The head of each state government is known as the Premier. In relation to the territories, the Australian Capital Territory and the Northern Territory have been granted a limited right of self-government by the federal government. In these territories, a range of governmental matters are now handled by a local elected parliament. And finally, in relation to the local level, the local councils can be called cities, shires or towns, but they are still controlled by the state or territory governed above them. So why is knowing all of this important? Well, by knowing about our levels of government, you are learning about the rules and structure of society as well, which can help you become an active citizen in today's society.